Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today the topic of my project is gender inequality. I will introduce my co-partners Alisha, Qurat-ul-ain, Samman, Iqra and Mubashra. Now I will start from historical background about gender inequality. The main objective of this dissertation is to add a historical perspective to the debate on the link between gender inequality and development. To do so, the dissertation first documents global gender difference in life expectancy and sex ratio to cover health status. In average year of schooling, labor forces participation, inheritance right and marriage age, and in parliamentary seats and suffrage over last century. These indicators show that position of women has improved substantially throughout the world over the last century. For instance, 2 centuries ago, women everywhere were denied political rights and access to the political arena, whereas today this legal restriction has been removed everywhere. While women could inherit property only in handful of Western European countries at the turn of 20th century. Today, gender egalitarian inheritance practice are the norm in many corners of the world, except in a number of MENA and sub-Saharan African countries. A composite indicator of gender inequality taking these dimensions into account today shows strong process.
I am Alisha Hassan and I will talk about the issue of violence against women, which refers to harmful actions targeting women based on their gender. It has many forms like physical, sexual, emotional abuse, and many more. This issue has a widespread impact globally. For instance, the World Health Organization estimates that about 1 in 3 women have experienced either physical or sexual violence. This impacts not only individual lives but also hinders societal progress. Another form is violence related to acquiring a partner. An acid attack is the act of throwing acid onto someone with the intention of injuring or disfiguring them. Women and girls are the victims in 75 to 80% of cases and are often connected to domestic disputes, including dowry disputes and refusal of a proposal of marriage. The acid is usually thrown at the faces, burning the tissue, often exposing and sometimes dissolving the bones. The long-term consequences of these attacks include blindness and permanent scarring of the face and body. Such attacks are common in South Asia, in countries such as Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, and in Southeast Asia, especially in Cambodia. The custom of dowry, which is common in South Asia, especially in India, is the trigger of many forms of violence against women. Bride burning is a form of violence against women in which a bride is killed at home by her husband or husband's family due to his dissatisfaction or the dowry provided by her family. Dowry death refers to the phenomena of women and girls being killed or committing suicide due to disputes regarding dowry. Dowry violence is common in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. In India, in 2011, the National Crime Records Bureau reported 8,618 dowry deaths, while unofficial figures suggest the numbers to be at least 3 times higher.
My name is Iqra and I will talk about intersectionality. Intersectionality is a concept that recognizes the interconnected nature of various social identities and how they interact to shape an individual's experiences. In the context of gender inequality, it highlights that gender cannot be understood in isolation, but is deeply entwined with other aspects such as race, class, and gender. When examining the challenges faced by women with intersecting identities, it becomes evident that their experiences are not uniform. For example, women of color may encounter unique struggles that differ from those faced by white women. Economic disparities and social class also play a role influencing the opportunities and obstacles women face based on their intersecting identities. It's crucial to acknowledge and address these diverse challenges within feminist movements to ensure inclusivity. Inclusive feminist movements recognize that a one-size-fits-all approach does not effectively address the multifaceted nature of gender inequality. By embracing diversity and understanding the intersections of identities, these movements can better advocate for the rights and empowerment of all women, irrespective of their varying social backgrounds. Inclusivity fosters a more comprehensive understanding of the complex issues surrounding gender, promoting unity and collective progress in the pursuit of equality.
Now I will discuss gender inequality in the field of education. Some people don't get the same chance to learn because of their gender. Education is super important because it helps people to become strong and to do great things, but not everyone gets the same chance to learn. First, look at why some people don't have the same access to education. Sometimes it's because of where they live or because they are girls. Girls especially face problems going to school because of what people expect them to do. Some places have different rules for boys and girls. Boys might be expected to do one thing and girls another. This can stop kids from doing what they dream of just because of their gender. It's like saying, no, you can't be a scientist because you're a girl. Let me tell you about Aisha and Ali, two siblings in a small village in Pakistan. They both dream of becoming doctors, which is super cool. But here is the thing, Aisha has to deal with some tough stuff and Ali does not. In their village, people usually think that boys should go to school more than girls. It's like an old rule or something. Now Aisha and Ali both are smart and want to learn. But as Aisha is girl, people in the village say, hey girl, you have to stay at home and help your mother. Even though Aisha and Ali are equally smart, Aisha's parents decide to send Ali to school thinking it's more important for boys to learn. It's not because Aisha can't be a doctor, she totally can. It's just that in their village, people believe more in boys going to school, and I think that's not fair at all. This happens a lot in Pakistan and it's called gender inequality in education. Efforts to address such inequalities involve challenging these cultural norms, advocating for equal educational opportunities, and emphasizing the importance of empowering both boys and girls through education.
I am Samman Habib and I will talk about global perspective of gender inequality. Gender inequality refers to unequal treatment on the basis of gender. On a global scale, this inequality is manifested in various forms, which include economic disparities, educational disparities, healthcare access, and many more. Gender inequality also created cultural differences, which significantly include traditional roles, dress code of males and females, social interactions, and religious beliefs. On the other hand, some legal frameworks are addressing this issue at both international and national level, which include Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Labour Organization, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and regional instruments. These international platforms have created awareness among people, set some standards, and provided various trainings and resources to the countries, and play a crucial role in addressing global challenges. Both diplomacy and international corporations have the potential to be powerful forces for advancing gender equality. However, realizing this potential requires concerted efforts, commitments to inclusive practices, and addressing the complexities and challenges inherent in the global landscape.
I am Mubashra. Today I will conclude the documentary on gender inequality. So, gender inequality remains a major issue worldwide, affecting individuals in various aspects of life from economic opportunities to social norms. Gender inequality affects people in many ways, from job opportunities to daily interactions. To address this issue, a comprehensive approach is essential, encompassing policy changes, educational initiatives, and cultural shifts. Empowering women through equal access to education and employment, challenging gender stereotypes, and fostering an inclusive mindset are crucial steps towards a more equitable future. It requires collective effort to dismantle ingrained structures and ensure that everyone, regardless of gender, has the opportunity to thrive. Following are the feasible solutions to address the challenge of gender inequality. First of all, I will tell you about equal opportunities. Ensure that everyone, regardless of gender, has the same chances for education and employment. Implement policies that eliminate discrimination and promote fair hiring practices. Secondly, the best solution is educational reforms. Foster a gender inclusive curriculum that challenges stereotypes and encourages girls to pursue careers in traditional male dominated fields. Provided resources to address gender bias in education. Moreover, awareness campaigns launch public awareness campaigns to challenge harmful stereotypes and promote a culture of equality. Education and open discussion can help challenge societal attitudes towards gender roles. Next, the policy is workplace policies. Enforce and enhance policies that promote equal pay for equal work. Maternity and paternity leave and flexible work arrangements encourages companies to create inclusive work environments. The next thing is legal reforms. Advocate for and implement legal reforms that address gender discrimination, harassment, and violence. Ensure that the legal system protects the rights of all individuals regardless of gender.